Composure, a recognised skill within the pro scene, found among some of the greatest players in CS, which begs the question as to why we, the average gamers, don't do the same thing. So in this video I'd like to discuss the importance of composure, the pitfalls of panic, and ultimately, how you can use these tools to improve at CS.
Oh, you madman. This is absolutely unreal.
Trigger discipline to a T, and they were... Right! Stewie's one around! We go to overtime!
Let's first talk about what being composed is. If someone's composed, they're always able to stay calm, even in high pressure situations. Here's a good example. Look at how calm and composed Shox is here. At this point, many of us would accept the game as lost, but Shox knows what moves he needs to make, so he calmly chips away at his clutch and reacts to his opponent's moves accordingly. Let's break this down a bit further. At the start of the round, Shox doesn't think of the gravity of the situation. That would only put unnecessary pressure on himself. Much like how in our games, we shouldn't think about what our teammates might say about us or what they are saying to us. Have you also noticed that Shox doesn't panic throughout this whole round? He's got info on where his opponents can and can't be, and because of that, he knows the path he needs to take, the likely gunfights he's going to face, and the choke points he's going to come across. All he needs to do is adjust his plan according to what actually happens. I also want to say that he's confident in his decisions, but I've already made an entire video on confidence, so if you want to know more about that, give it a cheeky little watch. Now that we understand why Shox was able to stay composed, let's talk about how we can do it. When you're playing CS, you should feel relaxed. There's a quote that goes, "Slow is smooth, smooth is fast." It's a theory that if you learn something very slowly but smoothly, you can develop the ability to do it really quickly without any mistakes. It's a much more logical approach compared to brute forcing speed when the foundation work is absent. I suggest working on your own skill set with this in mind. There's not much point in trying to get 100 kills as fast as you can. You should allow yourself to take your time during practice, and additionally, you should focus on the areas you struggle with the most, and strengthen them until you genuinely feel comfortable and relaxed. In return, you won't be thinking as much about your aim, since your muscle memory is developed. This allows you to expand your thought process in game. Thinking 2 steps ahead and being aware will make it easier to craft your own plan and execute it, much like Shox did. It's easy to understand, but hard to master. And working on your skill set will help, but we also need to re-establish our mentality. To start off, try clearing your head before a game. A good mindset will make a good player. Going in a game hot-headed might make you tilt, and that leads into more impulsive decisions and making mistakes. Don't feel defeated when you panic. It is going to happen, but don't let it knock your confidence. It's an opportunity for you to reflect and learn for next time. Take a breath when you're in the clutch. It's okay to tell yourself to stay calm. Sometimes you need to remind yourself when to apply some composure to your game. I also want to bring up something called cognitive anxiety-impaired performance. It's a theory that indicates stress impairs performance by increasing attention to negative thoughts. Basically, you think you're going to play shit, and then... There is a reason I'm bringing this theory up. Remember when Astralis were known as the team that always chokes in the semi-finals? It's hard to imagine it after they became the best team in CSGO history. And all that started happening after they hired a sports psychologist, focusing on their mental skill set. It's a bit mad because the Astralis guys were probably struggling with some form of anxiety-impaired performance. But after they overcame it, turns out they were the best team ever. Comebacks, untilting, less stress. These are all up for grabs. It surprises me that so many people don't try and explore this side of the game, because it will unlock your true potential. In fact, you know what? Go watch Kung Fu Panda 2. At the start of the movie, Po's a hot-headed Kung Fu fighter. He's very skilled after he learns the power of confidence. But when he's faced with true adversity, he crumbles under the pressure. It's not until the end of the movie that Po masters his composure and enables himself to reach his true potential. And you can reach your true potential too. So go get yourself in that game and fucking have it. But for those who want to stay a little bit longer, I just want to say that the last video I uploaded got such an amazing response. I originally wrote a thank you to the 1 subscriber I'd gained, but then the next day I came back and found loads of people had watched, subscribed, and added to the discussion in the comments section. And honestly, it was like a dream come true. I've been part of the CS community for 9 or 10 years now, and having a positive effect on this community is something I've always wanted to do. So, thank you. I don't know how else to say it, to be honest. I'm gonna just keep posting videos because I find it really fun, and if people enjoy it, then why not?